I was a sophomore at Tecumseh High School, and the newspaper in town, the Countywide News, had just been sold to a couple from Kansas City, Cloisner and Wiley. A man named Wilson Dunn had it for about 10 years and done a great job. He retired, they bought it, and they had a daughter who was a year ahead of me in school, and we got to be good friends. They got to be friends with my parents, and my parents shared my interest in journalism, even that young, and they offered me a chance to just come work in the office. So I think on the Mast I was listed as copy editor, but I really did a lot of things. There's an old book that we learned about in college, Eyewitness to History, and that's how I felt a lot of the time. Getting to know inner details of what was going on before they were made public, things like that. But there's so many. The Oklahoma City bombing was certainly close to my heart. I remember that day very well. In fact, was thinking about it on the way up here today. I was at the morning news, and that was a day that was frenetic. But we were able to produce amazing content and basically set up an Oklahoma City bureau in the old Holiday Inn dome that was in Del City. That's no longer there. So I got to be a party to so many things that were breaking news. Breaking news is kind of where my heart is, really. I was on the politics team in 2000, and the election night of 2000, and I'll never forget my colleague Karen Patterson, about 10 o'clock, kind of piped up. She was monitoring all the state in returns, and she said, "There's something weird going on in Florida." And she had no idea. I can remember standing behind the page one editor, dictating a lead change to reflect that we didn't know who the president was going to be. That was the first time in memory, certainly in my memory. That was crazy. And again, I felt like I was standing in history. First, my parents, Catherine Scheit Carter and Glendale Carter, both blessed memory, are the first people who taught me about words and language. And they were also news junkies before anybody used that term. I can remember sitting at the dinner table when I was in elementary school, and Chet Huntley and David Brinkley over my shoulder. And I felt like I knew them because they were in our house every day. And I think that just gave me an appetite to know. I needed to know what was going on and what the news was. I understood what news was from a very early age. And so Mom and Dad, of course. If I had to pick one person who really changed the course of my life, it would be John Bremner, who was my editing professor at the University of Kansas. He was a retired Jesuit, 6'6", gray hair. And he would laugh. It's nothing I hadn't said to him. But he was really a stickler. And I really think it's because of him that I understood what copy editing was, and that I, as maybe someone who didn't really enjoy going out and meeting people in the hustle and bustle of reporting, I could still have a meaningful career in journalism, working with words and language and helping clarify the message.